Hello, hello, hello. Thank God Red's camera came on. What happened was, just to give you an update of an update of an update, it's the 27th of October. Thank you for being here. No, this is not 360. Do not change your channel. It's 360 something maybe. What happened was I needed Red because I do not have the video from Mr. Mufara yet. Uh, and I need to watch it again. I do have some bits and pieces. It's a lot easier to not be there, believe it or not, and watch it later. Anyway, when I get it, I will post it. It'll probably be Ask Me For only, and it'll be on the channels. Anyway, here's what I wanted to say from yesterday. It was explosive. He explained exactly everything that's going on, brought us up to today, and actually went into the future. And the future is so bright, you're going to need a welding helmet, okay? Sunglasses ain't going to do it. One thing I wanted to point out, which I think was really, really big for most people, as focused and said flat out, look, you're not going to be judged by the size of your team, okay? It's by who you are, what you've done, and trust me, you're going to webinars, you're doing what, listen, a lot of you are working full-time jobs. They know that. But are you there when you can't be? Are you updated? When you can pay for the product, do it. Because remember what Ash said, when it comes back and we do this restart, massive restart, by the way, you got to pay, get paid. Because that's part of being in it to win it, okay? And he's going to look at that. And he said, we'll let days go by. He didn't say how long. Days can go by. And then we're going to start divvying out the people that are in the holding tank of Onpassive. Because Onpassive does not have a position. You're not going to want to miss that. Okay? Look, maybe you don't have a team or what you think you don't want. I don't know. But I'm just saying, there's people to give out. You need to collect them. And the only way to get them is if you pay for a product. As he said also, there's many products in the pipeline, like jammed up behind each other. And they're going to give those out. Boom, 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 boom. My opinion, this is my opinion. I'm not speaking for the company. Whatever is going on and you start getting commissions, I would not be surprised if the amount of commission increases every month and for a while. And that's the beauty of Onpassive. Any company I've ever been in, I'm sure Red's the same. When you got to the point that you were making a little money, they capped you on everything you did. In fact, the more you made, the higher the cap was. So if you made money, they would say, okay, if you want to make more money, you got to buy more. No joke, no joke. And that's the corruption of that other thing going on the internet. I was blown away. Guide text blew me away. I followed it really, really close because I was very interested in it. A lot of the videos were redone, remade. You look at Red's channel. I've got some, and it brings you through the history of the 5 days. Also, Mr. Nazal did an interview on video. I did get that and cut it out and all that. Magnificent. And the other beauty thing that Ash said, no matter people, whatever companies heard or people heard and people in the industry heard, when they finally met and talked to Muhammad Kamal, Muhammad Nazal, Professor Susan, their outlook went, whoa. And even people in the company, which was really funny yesterday. I get it though. Some of the big thinkers and managers and people that are involved in Onpassive, when they saw Guide text, it hit him in the head like a block, like a hammer. They went, oh my God, I get it. You see what I mean? And that's the thing about Onpassive. Red says stuff to you, I say stuff to you, Chris says stuff to you, other leaders say stuff over and over and over and over, and then that one day, that light goes off and goes, holy cow, this is huge. And that happens to everybody. You could hear it, hear it, and hear it. And when you really get it and it sinks in, the anxiety about, what's going on? I'm lost. They're going to leave. I don't know where I'm at. It'll go away. Trust me. It makes a much better life for yourself. I'm not going to talk a long time. I'm going to turn it over to Red so he can get back with his parents and in-laws and enjoy himself. Oh, by the way, I asked Red to come on. Like I said, I don't have all the info. And when you're in it and you're moving people around, you really don't get a chance to concentrate on it. So I'm waiting for the video. When I get it, like I said, I will post it. So Red was gracious enough to come on an hour early. And here's Red.
How you doing, guys? Thank you so much for dragging me away from the sunbed. No, you're not working, Chris. No, still not working. Oh, there you go. There you go. Before I start, I'd like to just shout out to my YouTube manager, who's helping me look after my account, Paloma. Thank you so much for jumping on here. I'll see you in November when we've got a meeting booked. So thank you for jumping on here. So that's very kind of you. So it was all about reset and go last night. Why? Because as we've all been saying this, and it's looking extremely likely that we are, when we get back on track and the little log jam that we have at the moment is cleared, that is when Ash Mufareh wants us to think of the start of the commercial side of Onpassive. He was saying that yes, September was a great month for Onpassive. Everything was going extremely well, and then obviously we hit the payment processor problem. Now, he actually went into detail very kindly and was telling us exactly what was going on with the payment processors, and I'll recap it very quickly for you so you know as well what it was. Basically, it's all about volume. Even though we as a company had meetings with the merchants to say, listen, we are going live on this date, we are expecting a serious amount of volume, i.e. money, changing hands. Now, it wasn't necessarily about the amount of money that was going into the merchant. It was a dual process. It was the amount of money going in and the amount of money going back out to all of us here, the affiliates, who had actioned withdrawals. Now, flags get raised, guys. It doesn't matter what company you are, but more so as a brand new company that Onpassive is. When you are getting the volume of money that is going in and out, and we are talking about millions of dollars worth here, guys, overnight within a 24-hour period, then there's red flags going off all over the place. Sorry, computer's saying no, and the account gets frozen. I've experienced this, obviously nothing like Onpassive, but with anomalies with my accounts, and they just quite frankly flat out freeze them and it put a stop on your account. That's exactly what happened. To get around that, then we went and got another merchant. Guess what happened? Same guys, and we are now where we are. But what I wanted to talk to you about is what our CEO was saying. He said they have over 50 now in the workarounds for this problem. He has allocated one or two of these workarounds to each of the departments within Onpassive and say, right, this is what I want you to do. You go and sort that out. This is what I want you to do. You go and sort that out. And then we are going to have a workaround fix, exactly like I've sort of had to do with my restreaming of everything onto my YouTube channel. Why? Because the ship's Wi-Fi won't allow me to access YouTube, Instagram, or to my Twitter account. But hey presto, guess what? I can go in a little bit of a backdoor way through Restream. Let's link to my account, or like this is as well. Boom, it is up there. Exactly the same. We as Onpassive are finding a workaround in the short term, and I need to reiterate that once again, the short term, so that we can reset and go as far as the merchants are concerned. It is vitally important that we have the ability to take card payments, and it is vitally important we can pay out as well to the affiliates through their bank accounts. All this is going to be happening very shortly. This is what Ash wanted to update us with. They are going to start with anything that has been actioned through a withdrawal first, So if you put a request in already, that is what is going to, the backlog that is going to be shifted to begin with. Okay, whether it be he's going to start with cryptocurrency, that's all going to get taken away. That's going to be actioned into your crypto wallets, whatever you've requested. And then around about a week later, he said, then they're going to start actioning the bank withdrawals away. And then after all that's been sorted out, then it's going to become a much more bulk system payout. Okay, things are going to speed up, things are going to be done on bulk, all etc, etc. So I'm very confident that in the early part of November, all of this will be cleared and we'll be singing and dancing and back in the game once again. Also, he was saying this has been really the logjam that has held everything up. He was talking about last night about the amount of different products that are ready to go. He said we do know some of them, obviously from old of what we've been talking about, because in those days there is, but I can many others you have no clue about whatsoever. So you see them popping up and they are going to be there, and then you will be able to purchase them. One interesting part as well, if you hadn't heard, was O-Verify. That's going to be coming very shortly. This is a free product. There you go, Chris. Yeah, it's sort of going a bit strange color. O-Verify is going to be coming very shortly to your ecosystem. That is free for all of us. It is also going to be a paid product. What is that paid product going to be used for? It's going to be a B2B product. This means business to business. It means that if we want to, we can purchase O-Verify and resell it to businesses and make obviously commissions off it as well. But to start with, once you have verified yourself, and he did say he's got it down to now a 60-second verification process, all automated, all done by AI. That's all it takes, 60 seconds to verify you. Now, before everyone starts going crazy about what information do I need, what do I have to prove, and all the rest of it, it will be done by your country, guys. He knows that each country has different ways to verify you, and that is going to be part of your country verification. All right, so don't stress, don't worry. It's all going to be there for you, and it will tell you what documentation you can use, okay, as part of that verification. It's all going to be sorted. It's all going to be very, very easy. But here's the good thing. Guess what happens when you have verified yourself? You'll get an icon to say you're verified, whether it be a blue, green tick. I think you mentioned a green tick next to your name, so that you can see instantly who is verified and who isn't verified. But the best of all of it is, guys, you're going to get another 10 O coins just for verifying yourself. So as a user, a new user coming in to Onpassive, you get 10 for the registration and you get another 10 to verify yourself. That means there is 20 O coins in your O wallet ready to rock and roll. It also means, and he said this out loud, live, he said, for some of our products, that's going to be enough to purchase it. So you've not even gone out of pocket to be able to purchase one of the products of Onpassive to resell it to make commissions. I mean, how cool is that? So for all these people saying, I can't afford this, I haven't got the money for that, here is a way for you to be able to purchase one of the products of Onpassive to then to resell to make your commissions and build your business within Onpassive. Very, very important information that was. Also, last night he was saying about GITEX. He was saying about how successful it was. He was talking about they won an award from GITEX. Now, if you saw the last corporate video that came out about GITEX, at the beginning of it, it was showing other companies that were there as well. Cisco WebEx, I've told you about that before. But at the beginning, it was flashing up on the screen how many participants there were, over 6,000, how many daily people were going to it, etc., all this sort of things. Now, out of all of these people that had stands there, and we had a fairly large stand, we have won an award for our stand at GITEX. First time there, and we have won the best stand at GITEX, or one of them, whatever category we come into. What does this mean? It means that people noticed us, people saw us, people took advantage of what we were trying to do. Now remember, GITEX is all about technology, it's all about up and coming startups, etc. And he was very, very explicit about why this is so important to us as a company with Onpassive. Why? He was saying that if a business only looked at the internet about Onpassive, there's no way they would touch us, because of the 5 years of turmoil that we've had to go through, of founders, ex-employees doing things to try and derail us, all of these sort of things, the daily caca that he has to go through in one way, shape or form. If you are only researching Onpassive through those mediums, he said that the businesses that have approached him now, and he was actually saying he doesn't want anybody else to come to him now. He is like up to here with what he's got already. I'm very happy with what he's got already. He doesn't need any more. But people want to be associated with Onpassive because they have met with us personally, with our executives on many occasions. We have shown them what we are going to be doing. We have shown them how we're laying it all out, what our vision is. And that was another point that he brought out last night as well. I know I'm going off in directions, but bear with me, stay with me. I'm going to come all the way back again in a minute. But he was saying about these people, and he was saying that we've had these collaborations with them and all the rest of it, and now they understand what our vision is. It's not about where we're going to be next month. It's not about where we're going to be in 6 months' time. It's where we're going to be in 5 years' time. And he actually said on the webinar last night, we as affiliates need to be looking at where we are in 1 year time. Envisage where you're going to be in 1 year's time. Don't look at next week. Don't look at 1 month. Look at 1 year down the line. And all these startups and these companies, this is how they view other businesses. They look at a business that's coming on like we are, a startup. They have meetings with us. They talk to us. We show them what our vision is, what our technology is, what we're trying to achieve. And they want a piece of that cake. We, as a company, look at them in exactly the same way. What can we do as a collaboration together that is beneficial for us both, but it's also beneficial for the internet, for the user, and for humanity, because this is exactly what we are all about at the end of the day. And it was such a refreshing thing that he was saying, that companies now are literally falling over themselves to want to be associated with Onpassive. He said that there was a meeting going on this weekend, in fact, in the UK, with the company that it was talking about. He sent executives there. There's another event going on over in Egypt as well coming up. He sent people over there. He talked about the upcoming African-Egyptian meeting in Sharm el-Sheikh that's coming up mid-November. He was saying this is going to be an out-of-this-world stand. We're going to have 3D animation, we're going to have a robot there, etc. Now let's go all the way back to when I was saying about the stand at GITEX. We've won this award. It also means that next year we don't just get that stand, but because of what we've done now, we're having a quarter of one area. So 3 times the size of what it is now. Just imagine that, 3 times the size of what we are having now, because of this award, because of what we've done, because of the interviews and all the rest of it. Like Marty said, there's a new interview out there with our CMO, Mohammed Nassal. Absolutely amazing, given the vision of what we are about. So as far as that is concerned, brilliant. He talked about as well last night activating of your accounts. He was talking about how important it was for the company to reward proper and true founders, affiliates. As Marty said, it's not about T numbers. In fact, he went as far as to say it doesn't float his boat. Anybody saying to him, but I've got this big team, look at what I've done. That's not Ash Mufareh, that's not our CEO, and that is certainly not what he's looking for. He's looking, and I'm not going to mention names, but because there's so many of you out there, the ones that turn up on the meetings, short notice, the ones that are posting, the ones that are liking, the ones that comment, the ones that are engaged, the ones that are there all the time, come hell or high water, to try and keep themselves engaged. Even if you've got 0 in your team, you are going to be rewarded by the company. But one thing he did say, which was very interesting, he was saying over the period of the last year or so, all of the people that have been coming into onpassive.com, they are all in this pool. If you've activated your account, then they are going to start getting divvied out. And some of them in that pool are big fish, guys. They are huge companies, and they are people that have a lot of influence. You might get one, but you have to make sure you activate your account. And he was actually saying he hopes that everyone doesn't, but he hopes that all the true Onpassivians do. Why? He said because you could be in a position where you can 10x the amount of people that are going to be put into your account. Now, read between those lines. If there's 150, 200,000 people that have activated their accounts, and if there is 1.5 or 2 million people in that pool and they start getting divvied up, you don't have to be a mathematician to work out how many are going to start going in the right direction. And this is why it's so important to listen to us guys, to say that we are confident that the company are going to look after every single person who has been a true Onpassivian. This is what it was built for, guys. This is to give the person who can't market, who can't promote anything, a good chance of building a business within Onpassive. Ash Mufareh knows this. Ash Mufareh knows that we wouldn't be where we are now without you guys, without your belief, without you part of this journey to where we are right now. And how can he do that? How can he say thank you? By using the pool of these users and affiliates that are there already that haven't got a sponsor. He is going to be putting them underneath those that have activated those accounts. So I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm saying, in my opinion, and I've done this already, it is vitally important that if you have the means to do it, that when the activation of the cards come back on, that you activate your accounts to give yourself the best chance within this company because of what is going to be happening. So we mentioned all of those things as well, and he did go at length about saying that the adversity that he's been through, especially since September, with many things, but fear not, everything is going to be fine. They've got a workaround, and he was talking in the next few days. He didn't want to give any dates out or anything like that, but he certainly was talking in a very short period of time that the card payments are looking to be back online. That was kind of really all that he brought. Obviously, Marty's going to be putting up the video of just Ash himself saying this, but those are really the meat and vegetables of what was going on, and it was great to see him as well. So that's it from me, Marty. Back to you and Chris.
Wow. Okay, we're done.
Fantastic.
See you tomorrow.
Fantastic. Red, if you got to go, you can go, buddy. Thank you, Red. I just needed you.
No, I just want to stay here and listen to Chris.
The pitbull thing, Red, wasn't to distract you, even though I should have waited. the women beat us, and they said if I put that up there, they won't call us and harass us. So
That's
I wanted to be a person of my
Caroline.
word.
Caroline with glasses on. That's all that.
Yeah, that's Caroline with. I call them pit bulls with lipstick, and what a mistake that was. So anyway, Chris, go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I only got a couple things that I'll touch on. Number one, Red, thank you for coming on and doing that. It's always, and Red, are you still going on at 11 o'clock, or is this it for you today?
No, this will be it for me. I'll cancel that now.
Okay, I want to let
out, so it won't
people
be.
were asking me. Okay, perfect. Red talked about O-Verify. Marty's talked about O-Verify. I haven't talked about it that much, but what I can talk about it is right now on the other platforms, they don't have these kind of things. And let me give you one or two good reasons that I fell for some of these things. On the other platform, other couple platforms, they advertise for fake companies who actually advertise, let's say a $50,000 vehicle, and they're selling it for $90. Of course, people are falling for this. They're paying $90 to a company, and a week later, they get a candle. Okay, O-Verify is going to stop all this from happening. Now, why they're allowed to do that, I don't know. I don't know that people complain about it, but it's been happening for as long as I can remember. When you get O-Verify, I got to believe when the O-Marketplace comes into play, there's going to be a lot of that going on in other companies, but not in Onpassive. O-Verify is going to make someone like a pit bull to a real person. That's what I love about O-Verify. It is a protector for your kids, your grandkids, your wife, your husband, whoever. That you'll be talking to real people, not some guy that's probably sitting in his basement, could be a kid. Who knows who it is? That's the problem. That's why we love O-Verify. We don't know who they are, but with O-Verify, we will know exactly who they are. Now, Ash Mafara had said a lot of things. I can't wait for you to see the video. Like I said, Marty's going to put it out. And I believe Janet, Daryl, and Pete and Dan Street will also be making notes once they witness it or watch it. That's always helpful. We're always thankful for that. And sometimes, like I said, Ash, it was a last minute thing, so a lot of people didn't get to see it. So that's why we're doing the YouTube. We knew a lot of people were still going to be at work, but that was what the time they had. But stay positive. This is the greatest thing in the world. And a lot of things Red just said, listen to what he said. Okay? And the next couple weeks, we all say in November is going to be a crazy, crazy month for everyone. Not just for individuals, for everyone. Your due diligence is going to pay off. And if you weren't due diligent, it's still going to pay off. Remember what Red said, and Ash said, and Marty said. He's got a whole warehouse of people ready to rip out that big garage door. And they're going to go fling, flang, floon, and they're going to be put under everyone. I'll say it again over and over and over. One of the biggest things that gets me excited is everyone outside of Onpassive has to go through Founders to get into Onpassive. You can't beat that, Dale. That was the frosting on the cake for me. Is like, wow, didn't expect that one. But that's how he takes care of his family. One thing about Ash Mafara is he believes in the family. He believes in taking care of the family. He believes in protecting the family. And that's what he's doing. Does everything always go perfect? No, but when it gets a little dirty, he gets his broom and his dustpan out and he sweeps it up. He fixes it and he moves on. So don't let things, some people in here get flustered real easy. Oh, I didn't get to see Ash. I was working. I'm like, yeah, but we always have a way where you're going to see Ash afterwards. Whether it's sharing his video, sharing notes. And that's one thing I commend a lot of people on. Because I remember 2 years ago where we didn't do a repeat of his video or his webinar. People were like, well, what the heck, I had to work. Okay, let's take some notes and let's do some recordings here. And I love that. So everyone has the opportunity. So everyone that's texting me, where's the video? It's coming. It's a little bit of work Marty's got to do. I don't do it, and only Marty does it. And don't yell at him either. It takes a little bit of time to do it and get it out there. But it will be there. You'll be able to watch it for yourself. Red and Marty just filled you in a lot of things he said. But again, I will watch it again and again because I want to absorb every single thing he said. Even though I think I did, there's things I missed, I guarantee it. And that's why we always say, watch the recording, once, twice, 3 times. I mean, you're sitting on the bathroom, play it. If you're taking a walk, put it in your headset, play it. Listen to it. It's your life. It's Julie Frere actually put out a really cool post today about cleaning your room, cleaning up your house, getting ready for new things that are coming. You know, a lot of people have garage sales, and they every summer or spring they take everything out of their house they don't use or it's in the way, and they go out and sell it for $0.25 or $1, and they're making room. Now is a good time to have that garage sale in your life. Get rid of those things that are in your way. Get rid of those things you're not using, because there's a whole bunch of things coming your way, and they're brand new, and they're unique, and they're crazy, and they're from all over the world. They're called affiliates, resellers, customers. All right, they're coming. There's nothing stopping them from coming. Everyone in this world is going to have an opportunity if they want to join this company, and that's the amazing part. I will say, Pam Stanovich, happy birthday, because I don't really do the birthdays when I'm on this show. I also like to say prayers for Pam Turner's, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but I believe in prayers. Pam Turner's ex-husband, the father of her children, passed away. Please send condolences out to Pam and her family. It's a big thing, but this is Onpassive. Get used to it. We care. We love about everyone. We want to help fix everything that's wrong in this world. And there's a lot of things wrong in this world, but Onpassive is here. Marty DeGarmo, nice pit bull. Where'd he go? Back to you.
I'll bring it up, okay? Anyway, thanks, Red. Thanks, Chris. Obviously, it just made me want to emphasize when Red said, as talked about the future, don't look at today. Today's going to be great. Next month's going to be spectacular, but a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I mean, I just can't even imagine. Look what happened in 1 year or a year and a half. Mind-blowing. And like he said, what are you doing there? We talked about this before, and I said it on the webinar yesterday. I just thought about it. Where companies come up and they say, who's this Onpassive, and why are they on the Burj Khalifa? Why do they have 2 floors on the Burj Khalifa? Who do they think they are? They're about to find out. And I'm telling you, you look back at that movie in 1989, 1990 with Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams. You build it and they will come. Ask build it. And you remember all the cars piled up? Remember they were about to lose their farm? And the cars were forever? That's the people going to be coming in on Onpassive. I believe that. Red believes that. And so does Chris. And many other people. I'm telling you, when you look out, bringing people in will not be the problem. I've said before, I think if they could rein this horse back a little bit, it'd probably be better. But they can't. The cat is out of the bag. And because we have the best of the best talking to people, movers and the shakers and the CEOs and all that, these people, once they heard and they saw, look what happened, like Red said, reminded me again. Next year, they come back to GuideTex, they're getting an area, not a cubicle, not a spot in the center. They're getting their own area. That's unbelievable. First time we ever showed up. Look, you can be anybody you want. When they take that camera through, you tell me one area that looked better than Onpassive. I don't care who you are. I don't even care if you're in Onpassive. You look at it, you tell me. They stood out. There's no doubt they stood out. And as said, they had digital on-screen registrations around the whole thing. There was lines in all of them. Got it? You see that? And nobody could come in Onpassive except through a founder. But the only way you can be part of that divvying up of people, you have to buy the product. Now, I'm not saying you have to buy the product. Same thing Red just said. I'm just saying, if you want to be in and you want to win, you have to have the key. You have to start the engine. Okay? Nothing is perpetual motion. It doesn't exist. You have to start the motion. You have to turn the key on and slam the gas pedal down. You have the car, you have the engine, you have the track. Go. All you got to do is go. Push the pedal down and fly like the wind. Anyway, that's all I have. And I want to thank again everybody for coming short notice. When I get the video, I'm going to do a little bit to it, then it will be out as soon as I get it. I would imagine Ash is going in for his big sleep of 20 minutes. No, I don't know what he's done. But when he sees it, I'm sure he'll get it to me. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Happy Friday. And man, remember, what we have is unbelievable. What's coming is unthinkable. Anyway, I'll see y'all, and